Hi guys. Okay, so this whole time telling thing, you guys should be a couple lessons deep now. I'm wondering maybe if some of you are feeling like you know how to do it. Maybe some of you still feel like you have no clue how to get it done. And either way, that's totally fine. If you feel like you know how to do it and you're doing great, awesome. I'm super proud of you. I know that some of you have been rocking this whole time telling thing. And if you haven't, if you just still feel like this doesn't make any sense to me, you're not alone. There's a lot of people feeling like that. We just got to keep practicing, keep working. We're going to be spending a lot of time the rest of this year learning to tell time. So just the harder you work and the more you work, the better it's going to be. And I know sometimes it's just not fun at all when you don't understand it. I promise you, you will understand it as the more you do it. Sometimes that's the only way to learn. So right now we're going to do chapter 8. Lesson 9, that's this one right here. And we're going to learn how to tell time to the hour and half hour. So at this point, we've talked a lot about how to read an analog clock, how to read a digital clock, what time to the hour looks like. That's when we say something like 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock. We've learned how to tell time to the half hour. That's when we say things like half past. So today we're going to just kind of wrap it up and finish that, and then we should probably be set to jet. We're going to take a test on tomorrow or on Friday, and the test could go fine and it could not go fine. If you feel like you're not ready for the test, or if your mom and dad feels like you're not ready for the test, then just tell me and we'll figure something out, okay? Because I want you guys to feel like you're going to do a good job. All right, back to this paper though. So on this paper, it says a class went to the library at 1:30. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to show 1:30 on the analog clock, and then we will write 1:30 on the digital clock. So 1:30 means the hour is in 1 and half of the hour has passed. That's what 30 minutes means, or 30. So on my analog clock, actually, you know what? Let's do the digital clock first. 1 on my hour side would be here, 1:30. That's what that would look on the digital clock. Like that would, I can't talk. Oh my goodness. That's what this would look like on the digital clock. 1:30. Let me maybe zoom in a little bit more so you guys can see that. And then now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that time 1:30 and I'm going to show it on their library clock up here as well. So my hour is 1. And remember, when my hour hand is pointing to the hour, it points directly to the number when it's the top of the hour, but remember, it slowly kind of moves as the minute hand ticks by. So my hour hand is small, and it's going to be pointing in 1's front yard because it's not the very, very beginning of the hour. So that's going to be where 1 points. That's my small hand. I don't know if you can tell, but it's not quite reaching those numbers. And then 30 minutes have passed. So this is about 30 minutes. Half of the clock is 30 minutes. So my minute hand is going to point down to the bottom right here to the 6 to show that 30 minutes have passed. And we count by 5s when we tell time to the minute. So I'm going to just show you that that's 30 minutes. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. There we go. So 1:30 on a digital clock looks like this. 1:30 on an analog clock looks like this. All right. So far, so good. Hopefully this is making sense. On the back of the paper, it says, you can tell time to the hour and half hour, and it just kind of explains some of the stuff that we've already done. I love this. I love that they show counting by 5s to show the minutes. I think that is so, I think they should have done that in the beginning. It says start here to show that we start our top of the hour here at the 12, and then a whole hour passes and we end here as well. So if I look at this clock, I can just tell that it's 9 o'clock. My hour hand is pointing to the 9. My minute hand is pointing to the 12. My digital clock shows 9 o'clock as well. 9 o'clock. There we go. On this digital clock and analog clock on this one, it says 9:30. My hour hand is in 9's front yard here. My minute hand is pointing to the 6, which shows 30 minutes have passed. So they wrote 9:30 on their digital clock. I'm going to write 9:30 on my digital clock here. Okay, for 1 and 2 down here on the bottom, it's going to give me a time. This one actually just gave me the digital time. I don't know if you guys can see that. This is just the digital time here. But on this one, it's not. They just told me another time, and I have to kind of figure that out on my own. So for number 1, it says 11:30. That is exactly what I'm going to write on the digital clock. This looks just like a digital clock, so 11:30 is going to go here. Now I want to take 11:30 and I want to put it on my analog clock. They already did the hour hand for me. It's in 11's front yard. Because it's 30 minutes have passed, my minute hand's going to point to the 6 because 30 minutes have gone by. Number 2 says 5:30. So 5:30 is when 30 minutes have passed. It's hard to see on my video, but this half of the clock is colored yellow. When half of the clock has passed, it's 30 minutes. So the hour is 5. It's still in 5, but it's half past 5. So it's going to be 5:30. Well, my handwriting is so, I hope your guys' handwriting is better than mine because I haven't been writing and my handwriting is just abysmal. So my hour hand here is pointing to the 5, and now I just need to plug my minute hand in. My minute hand is going to come down here to the 6 because 30 minutes have passed, right? Does that make sense? Same thing on this clock. 30 minutes have passed. Okay, let's do one more on this paper. You guys only have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this paper and then the back 2. You guys are getting a freebie, a bunch of freebies over here. You know what I'll do? I'm going to skip number 3 and I'll do number 4 for you because I think you guys could probably do number 3, but this one might be a little bit trickier. Number 4 says 9 o'clock. And I know when something is 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock or 8 o'clock, that means a brand new hour has started. So the hour that's starting is 9, right? I'm going to put 9 here. And then look at, they wrote an hour hand pointing to 9 here, so I was right. That hour hand is pointing to 9. O'clock means no time has passed. It's the top of the hour. 00, remember. My minute hand is going to come up here, right up here to the 12, all the way up there. And then I'm going to put 2 zeros here to show that no time has passed. Okay, so for the rest of these ones, I'm thinking you might have to have mom and dad help you because it might be tricky to read these, or it might just be hard to understand what they're trying to ask. I really would like you guys to do these 2 here. So I talked to McKenna, and I think that these are the tricky problems. Like, these are tricky. And McKenna is awesome at math. So if McKenna thinks these are tricky, then they're probably really tricky. So you might need mom and dad to help you with these 2. To have them do those with you because those are not going to be easy ones. I'm really proud of you guys. This is the last new lesson that we needed to go over. I think you guys are all doing really great. I'm really proud of you. I'm going to make another video to go over the tests with you guys, and it's going to be awesome. So keep up the good work. I love you guys, and I will talk to you later.